Hello dear students, in today's lecture we will study how system buffer cache mechanism works. First is data storage. The buffer cache holds temporary copies of data blocks from the disk. Next, read operation. When a process requests data, the kernel first checks the buffer cache. Next is cache hit or cache miss. If the data is found in the cache, it's immediately returned to the process. Cache miss. If the data is not in the cache, it's read from the physical disk, stored in the buffer cache and then sent to the process. Next is write operation. So for write operations, the system can use write back or a delayed write policy. Data is first written to the buffer cache in memory and the application can continue without waiting for the slow disk write to complete. The actual write to the disk happens later in the background. This is the pictorial representation of our buffer cache mechanism. So these are the temporary blocks. These are stores in the cache. Cache hit is if they are already stored in the buffer cache. Buffer cache is nothing but a faster storage area in the main memory or random access memory, and they are already found by the process, easily found by the processes. So when a process requests data, the kernel of the operating system first checks the buffer cache. If the data is found in the buffer cache, it's cache hit and it's immediately returned to the process, so it's faster. And cache miss is if the data is not found in the buffer cache, then it's brought from the hard disk. First is brought from the hard disk to the cache, then it is returned to the process. So it takes a little more time comparatively. And then write operation is performed. Thank you.